everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Comic Finds. Again, I am happy to be back. It's been a minute. I apologize. I'm your host, Chuck the Chuckster. I am here to find the most amazing comics I could possibly find. So you could either want to read it, want to pick it up, or just listen to the story. This next comic that I read for the couple days, which is basically Darkhawk. I'm going to show up a better picture. Darkhawk was a comic book from the 90s, and I actually was able to get it for $10, issues 1 through 3. And I believe there's 25 issues altogether. It's not a bad idea. If I could find all issues for like $1, $2 each, I'll continue reading it. And to finish the story, then pass it along, maybe to you viewers, if you're interested. Or right back to the comic book store. Listen, it's all about the read. I'm not wasting money. It's a book. It's meant to be read. Where am I going to put it? In my closet with the other 12 boxes like I'm a hoarder? I'm not doing that. I'll tell you right now, like, I believe all these small little individual characters should be either on HBO, Netflix, Disney Plus, just like Moon Knight. Like, nobody knew who that guy was, like, until people were like, oh, this is a pretty cool character. I believe Dark Horse is a good character for a miniseries. Maybe not a movie, but definitely a short little miniseries so you can know who he is and what it's all about. But I'm going to tell you. It starts off in Queens, New York, favorite place in the world. A family called the Powells. Mom is a lawyer. Dad is a cop. They have 3 kids in total. Chris, who's going to be Darkhawk. And the twins, which are teenagers, just rambunctious. One of them's really smart. And the evil villain called Bazin. He's another kingpin. I can't even say kingpin because they're in Queens. There's already kingpin in this universe. But he's a drug dealer or a gang member. And they're always being threatened by this guy because the wife is trying to put him in jail. And all of his goons. And, you know, he tried to bribe her numerous times. Told him, no, it's not going to happen. And Dad, being the police officer, has been locking up all the drug dealers, all his gang members, and even trying to get him. And they're constantly being threatened and told that they're going to get killed, they're going to take care of the family, and all that other stuff. I mean, to me, this guy is like a mid-level nobody. But he's got the backing of the Hobgoblin. So, there's a little threat there. You know, could be serious. So it starts off like this. Obviously, they're being harassed constantly every other day from this Bison guy about killing their family. And they're sick of it. Dad's sick of it, locking them up. And he gets out and being, harassed constantly. He's like, it's time just like to get out the city. Done with New York City. Just move away from the kids. Well, before they do that, they say, hey, we need a night out. So, they go out on a date. They leave the oldest in charge, Chris, who's going to be eventually called Darkhawk. He's going to turn into Darkhawk. So Chris is in charge of his brothers. Normal day, but his friends wants to go out. He's like, I can't. I got to watch my brothers. And they're like, my man, you've been 11 years old once too. And you've been left alone. Why can't you leave him alone for like an hour? We're just going down the block, going and grab some stuff and hang out. So what does Chris do? He falls for it. He's like, yo guys, listen, if mom calls, tell them I'm in the bathroom. I'll be right back. You guys want any milkshakes? I'll be back in within an hour. Never happens. Never turns out like that. Of course, he comes back a little bit late. Mom is home. She's freaking out. Where are my kids? Where are my babies? They're missing. They might be kidnapped. Your dad's out there looking for him. He goes, oh man. He's like, Mom, I know where they're at. She's like, what do you mean where they're at? He goes, they've been talking about this Wonderland, which is like a fake Coney Island in the Marvel universe. And he's like, it's going to be dismantled, and they've been asking to go to this carnival for a while before it gets demolished. So what does he do? Chris goes to the Wonderland, looks around, sees a homeless guy, say, hey, do you see a couple kids going? He goes, yeah, I saw a couple kids. He goes there. He winds up finding these kids, and he's like, just yells at them, like, what are you doing? You're getting me in trouble. Why? It's like, oh, you're supposed to come back with, like, ice cream or milkshakes an hour ago. That was like 2 hours ago. So we decided to do what we wanted to do. Of course, kids, New Yorkers, right? So he's like, all right, well, let's go home because I've been in enough trouble. And they're in the fun house, and they hear a familiar voice, and the twins are like, "That's his dad." They're like, "No, it can't be dad. What would dad be doing here?" So they wind up going toward the voice. They see their dad through a crack of a door, and they also see the gang mobster buys in there, and there's being money exchange, and they're like, "Oh my God, is dad corrupt? Like, what's going down?" Um, but then there's an argument. Dad punches Bison in the face, um, and they intervene. The kids intervene. They prevent them from shooting their dad. But eventually, they start shooting at them. They start running through the funhouse. Chris is actually trying to save his brothers, tries to hide them. They wind up falling through the floor, going into the basement in this abandoned place. And then Chris is just like tossing everything at these people. Whatever he could find close near him, he's just tossing at them. Um, Furniture, whatever he could do. He's willing to die for his brothers. He winds up seeing like a shard or an amulet, and he's about to throw that at them, and it was sharp. But then he turns into, boom, Dark Oak out of nowhere. I don't know if it's magical. I don't know if it's a suit. And here's the thing, because only 3 episodes in, but the suit gives him extra strength at this particular point in episode on issue 1. And then he has like a pulsar blast that comes out of his chest, like Iron Man, like a laser beam, and knocks these gangsters down on the ground. All the bad guys' guns fall out, and they were able to escape. He brings the kids home, to his brother's home, and then he talks to dad, and dad's like, "Listen, I messed up." And he's like, "Are you corrupt? Are you not? Like, what's going on?" I was like, "I messed up. I'm just gonna leave." So he literally just leaves, like vanishes. Now it's just his mom and his brothers and him, and like dad just left. So is dad a coward or is he corrupt? But mom is still going after this Bazin guy. All right, this mob guy. And then he's a teenager. He's in Queens. He's learning how this suit actually works. He's gonna be like a biggest pain in the ass. His new arch nemesis now, he believes, because that's the reason why his whole family is discombobulated, is because he's a Bazin guy. So now he's gonna be a thorn at his side. He's gonna make sure he stops all his operations. He's gonna go after him. He's gonna do it the legal way. But remember, he's backed by the Hobgoblin, and he's learning this suit that when he asks to turn onto the suit, it protects him, and he learns that it's got a shield. He's able to fly. There's a grappling hook. So he's still learning all these things of this suit, and he runs into Hobgoblin. They do a little fighting, but again, he's a teenager, or not, he's in high school, but he's learning how to use his suit. He doesn't know exactly how to fight or anything else like that. But luckily for him, being in Queens, he runs into Spider-Man. He's got more time on the job, Spider-Man. It's more experience. And Shadowhawk is still learning and still trying to figure things out. But Spider-Man just doesn't want him to interfere. He appreciates the help that he's a hero, maybe, but he's just calling him like he's a jerk. He's stupid. This is actually Spider-Man talking. Like, you would think, they're. I don't know if they go to the same high school. That hasn't been shown yet, but that'd be interesting too. This is why, like I said, the good series. you know and he's, like you said, he's getting to know what the suit can do. He's testing it out. you know he's learning. He's a little bit arrogant because now he got all this power, but then he also is trying to not die at the same token, and to figure out how he could save the city and everything else like that. So the story is a good premise. I like the story. It could be a great miniseries, to be honest. And if you could integrate Spider-Man and other characters from Queens, I guarantee there's tons of characters from the Marvel world that lives in Queens, or at least New York. For not for nothing, it should be a good run. I mean, 25 issues, I'll pick it up, like I said, and maybe I'll give somebody who views this that wants it, if I get all 25, and I'll do a raffle and send that out. Again, thinking wise, I believe this might be a great miniseries. It was a joyful read for me. Classic '80s. Just the mere fact that he has a shard or a medallion or amulet, uh, and it automatically just turns into you this suit that protects you, and like you're a badass Power Ranger or Iron Man. Not War Machine, but like pretty close to like Power Ranger and Iron Man. And I'm still trying to figure out what it is. I mean, is it magical or is it an actual suit? Because it disappears when you put on the crystal or amulet, and you think about it, and it's there. So what is it? You know, the brothers are in it. Like I says, that'd be a great family miniseries with the family getting involved. The mom being a lawyer. His dad corrupt cop because he still sees other cops in the street that they know his dad, and they always thought he was an honorable guy and a great guy, but is he corrupt? I don't know. So there's a couple things going on, and then this gangster wannabe mob guy. It could be a great series. I say it could be. Let's only see. Obviously, I'm not going to talk to you about the whole entire 25 run if I do get it, but it's the point of reading comics. It's intriguing. I could definitely, get into this and watch it. I want to see what this suit is all about. We know the reason behind it, but it could be more motive. Maybe I don't know if they turn it into a series. That'd be freaking phenomenal. But for the comic read and the comic lover and me, I'm getting all 25. If I could get it for a good price, even if I gotta get it on eBay or I could get it to the dollar bin store, I'm gonna do that. What do you think about Darkhawk? Do you think it could be a miniseries? Do you think it could be a movie? Let me know. Please comment, subscribe, and like. I read them because I love comic books. I love the arts. And the best time to do these things is at night. Like I said, turn off the electricity. Not the lights. You need lights to read. But turn off the television. Turn off the phone. Grab a good book. Grab some coffee. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Tea, whatever. Cozy up. Read the story. Enjoy the arts. And just love comics. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And please comment on your thoughts on this story. And if you read it before, any ideas or suggestions, maybe it'll be a great series.
Where heroes rise and villains sink.